everybody. I'm just riding on the Big Lemon bus route 16. Oh gosh. Sydney, the legendary driver, driving.
I'll find a hat.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
I'll see one around here. I'll find one.
Okay. Now time for a fun ride on the 16, and this was on the Legal and General, this bus. Nil standing. Oh, I say. Well, Sydney needs to watch out for traffic. Oh, he did.
I know, I saw the crash happen. Did you? Yeah. I lived there, I literally saw it outside the window. It was at midnight. Really? Yeah. It was Sunday night. Next stop, please.
Okay, no worries.
You must be good at his feet to go through like the down like
no,
that.
they did. Yeah, it was bad.
Oh, we've got a 47 coming up. I wonder who's that driving.
I don't know.
Oh gosh.
He'll probably tell you.
That looks like Piers. Yes, it is him.
There's a woman earlier.
That was Piers, yes, the pretentious driver. I don't know if he's 100% pretentious, but he's reasonably pretentious, but not in a bad way.
I'm not getting up till you stop.
Yeah, don't worry.
Otherwise I'd fall over.
No, don't want that.
After you. No, come on.
No, you go.
Sure?
It's my
Quicker
mistake.
than me.
Sydney outside. Wow, careful Sydney, you've got to help the elderly. And definitely be respectful like he is. And certainly friendly towards them.
Sorry. Back to normal tomorrow. Ah,
Just the two of us, well the three of us more likely.
so Foxy? Oh.
That's the three of us, just the three of us now.
Yes, getting less and less.
Me, a passenger, and you, of course. Oh, off we go. Into the Knoll estate and then round the back of Hamilton.
a seat there.
Oh yes, a good view. I think George is, yes.
He's having a pint of beer as well?
No, he doesn't drink. I mean, when did you give up drinking alcohol?
A few years ago now.
Well, you weren't an alcoholic, were you?
No, not quite, no.
No, at least you're not Buster Martin.
Buster Martin, was he an alcoholic?
He was. Actually, if I can tell you this, there was this man here in the UK who smoked and drank all his life, and have a guess how old he was when he died?
Probably pretty young.
No, he lived till he was 104 and a half.
Wow. Really?
He did, yes.
Gosh, that is amazing.
I know.
Was he a heavy drinker?
Very obscenely heavy drinker, if I can point out. Because when he was a teenager, he joined the British Army, and once he received a certain rank, he became a physical PE instructor. And he did that for about 4 or 5 decades of his life, working for a physical PE instructor in the British Army. And then when he was in his 60s or 70s, he started working in the shopping marketing industry, and he would not retire until he was 97. But then after about 3 months of retirement, he got fed up. So then he started working again as a cleaner, cleaning up vans for an electrician/plumbing company called Pimlico Plumbers.
Okay.
Pimlico Plumbers in Lambeth in London. And he just worked for them until he died. But you won't believe this, but when he was 101 and a half, he ran the London Marathon.
No way.
He did. Just about 6 months shy of his 102nd birthday.
That's amazing.
Have a guess what he had per rest.
No.
Have a guess. He drank a pint of beer and he smoked a cigarette per rest. So he had 5 rests, so that meant he drank 5 pints of beer and smoked 5 cigarettes.
Wow.
And also, sometime after his 102nd birthday, he went out for some gin and tonics. Have a guess how many he had?
Gin and tonics?
Yes.
Oh, I'd say about 15?
He had 12.
12?
Yes.
He was a serious drinker.
Yeah.
More than 3 pints.
Yes. And he had a pint afterwards.
Chaser.
He had
Pint chaser.
He had a pint after his gin and tonics. And do you know something? He actually managed to walk out of the pub, no trouble.
That's it. He was a seasoned drinker. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I mean, how would you feel if you drank, say, 12 gin and tonics in one evening?
Sorry, Foxy.
How would you feel if you drank, say, 12 gin and tonics in one
I
evening?
feel very rough.
Would you be walking out of the pub?
No, I wouldn't. Be drunk.
Oh dear.
Hello. That's okay.
No.
Just take a seat, thanks. No, you can take a seat. 16.
Oh,
There's no machine. That's fine.
Okay.
Free ride with that.
Yes. Would you be walking? Would you be dragged out of the pub
I think they'll be on a stretcher.
if you drank 12 gin and tonics and a pint afterwards?
I'll be flat on my back.
Oh God. Yeah, Glyn said that to me. And then, do you know what George said?
Sozzled.
Do you know? I actually told George the same sort of story.
What did George have to say for himself?
He actually laughed at when I told him, and all the Buster Martin story. And do you know what I asked him? I said, George, how would you feel if you drank, say, 12 gin and tonics and a pint of beer in one evening? And do you know what he said? And do you know what he said? He said, if I drank 12 gin and tonics, I'd be carried down the streets. That's what he said. He said he'd be carried down the streets if he drank 12 gin and tonics.
Yes.
The next one, no, please.
This one?
No, next one, please.
Oh, next one. Okay.
Yeah, so we're walking up the hill.
But it's an interesting Buster Martin story, but like you said, I quite agree, he was a seriously heavy drinker.
He was. He lived to a good age.
I know. I mean, your mother did it to a good age, didn't she, Sydney? Oh, didn't she live to about 84?
Yes.
But when was she born? Sorry if it's a bad question.
Is that sorry?
When was she born again? Sorry.
1932.
Really? So it's 1932 to 2016?
Yes, I'm right, yeah.
Oh. Well, 2016, that was a year of a number of deaths, if you know. A lot of famous celebrities popped off.
Afraid it's life, isn't it?
I know. You said it's hard to accept, but you have to do it. I actually 100% agree with that point.
Sorry, Foxy. Did the bus stop?
Yeah, please. Hang on, I'll bring you back like that.
Very nice.
They thought we'd bring you the same deep time.
You hold on. You're right though with this, yeah?
Yeah, because I'm, bloody dear steps.
Yeah, mind your steps.
Yeah,
Take care, mate. Cheerio.
Cheerio, sir.
See you tomorrow.
I don't like this, buddy. You hear me?
I will, promise you. See you later.
Yes. Oh well. But I do 100% agree. It was like when you said when death happens, it's hard to accept, but you have to do it. I 100% agree with that. You know.
Yeah, it's life.
I know. But do you have any aunts or uncles from your mother's side?
No.
Have they all gone too?
All passed away.
Oh dear. Wow.
Passed away, Foxy.
I'm really sorry. But
Maybe George would be my uncle.
no, actually, George has both his parents, if you didn't know. George
Really?
does.
Oh, good.
Yes, his mother's about 84 and his father's about 85. But I don't know when his dad would be about 86. And his dad still goes up on the golf course at 85.
Good for her. Brilliant.
Yes. Yes, and he said the youngest ever to die in his family was about 94. So George has a family of longevity.
He does.
Yeah, I do it.
He's been here for a long time to come, God willing.
Yes. Sorry if this was anything irritating.
It's fine. Enjoy you being on board, Foxy.
Yes, I do. Yep. I wonder if George does too.
Oh, George will love you.
Yes.
Yeah, George.
Actually, George saw one of my vids. Finn showed him.
Oh, Finn, you know Finn?
I think I've met him once at a rail
that's it.
replacement.
You alright?
Yeah, not bad.
Hello.
It's always fun, this bus.
That's an understatement.
Are you videoing?
Oh, it's not going to be a view now.
There's no you.
I'm leave my privacy.
Thanks, Mr.
Is it alright if I sit there just because I don't sit very well in those seats? Is that alright?
That's alright. Certainly. Are both the options broken down? But are both the options broken down?
I think one or two of them are, yes, with mechanical issues.
Ah, but will they be running again?
Yeah, oh yeah.
And what about the electrical solar option?
Those are the routes.
Oh, are they? That's 52, I take it.
Yes, I think so, yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so, Foxy.
And it does, are you on the 57 this month?
No, I'm off. I'm on holiday for that day.
Was it 57?
Got the minibus again.
I know.
You're supposed to know. What's happened?
They didn't paint it in the
Got
livery.
to paint it.
Forgot to paint it.
Have a seat. Thanks,
So,
mate.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Ah. What about 22nd of September? Are you on it?
No, I'm off. I'm on holiday now for... I was actually taking that day as holiday.
Why?
Oh, I have a weekend off.
Oh, okay. Do you not drive? Do you drive the 47 at all, or the 52? When are you going to do it?
I don't know.
Well,
I'm quite sure.
you're not needed for it,
No, don't need. I know the routes anyway.
but you're not going to do it.
No. I do my legal and general on it.
What?
I do legal and general on the weekdays.
Ah. Do you not ever do the 16 on a Saturday?
No,
Why not?
a weekend off.
Ah.
Yes. I work hard during the week. So obviously I deserve, you know.
Does your boss say so?
Oh yes, he agrees. I agree.
Oh gosh. Are you ever going to do the 57 again?
Oh yes, I will. One Sunday. Yes, in the future.
In October maybe, but not this month.
What you forgetting, Foxy, is because I work hard during the week.
Oh, sorry.
I'm usually very exhausted when it comes to Saturday.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know.
No, of course you don't.
Uh,
I'm very tired usually, Foxy.
oh, gosh.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, of course, George is going to be back on the 20th.
What's that saying?
George is going to be back on the 20th of September, I think.
Could be in a good mood.
Yeah, you never know. He could be on the 57 on the 22nd. You never know.
Could be. Yeah, he does that sometimes.
Yeah. And did you see the vid when I asked you to out for a beer on the 57 on one of the parts?
Yes, I did see that. That's good.
And then he said, I don't drink. Poor George, but it's a shame that he had alcohol poisoning when he was a younger man. It's painful, that. Well, I've never had it because I don't drink, because I'm not a serious drinker.
I don't know, 3 pints, quite a lot.
Well, I wouldn't do it regularly, and plus I'd be careful with beer, because beer is something I can't take in as well as wine.
Very wise, Foxy.
Yes.
Very
I
wise.
can drink sherry. I have had a glass of sherry before.
Okay.
Have you drank sherry?
I tried sherry a long time ago.
But you don't like it?
It's too sweet.
I like it.
Yes,
I can easily drink 1 glass, so I might try drinking 3. But I wouldn't do it all the time because I'm not drinking at the moment. No, because I drank a lot this summer. I didn't drink every day like Buster Martin did, but I'd been drinking more or less every week over the summer. So I'm giving it a bit of a rest, you know?
Wow, you really had a few pints.
Yes.
Not many.
I actually had a couple of pints last week whilst I was on holiday, but I was tipsy, but I just escaped being drunk.
You were tipsy though.
I was tipsy, but I escaped being drunk, you know, because I was able to cross the road safely on my own.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
So you weren't drunk, you were sort of a light-headed perhaps.
Little bit. But other than that, I was okay. I wasn't hungover. But after drinking 3 pints of beer, I was very hungover the next morning, so I had to shower it off to feel better.
Yeah, nice coffee in the morning to make you feel fresh.
I don't drink coffee or tea.
Oh,
I don't drink any of that,
I
unfortunately.
love coffee.
I do drink milk in the morning.
What do you drink?
I do drink milk or water in the morning.
Very good. I like coffee in the morning.
Oh gosh.
Nice strong coffee.
Yeah.